Good evening, guys. It's good to see your good faces this evening. Okay. How are we doing today? Please feel free to unmute and speak. How has our day been? Wow, I can see some familiar faces. Michael Gimba, good to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yanolu, I can see you too. Miss Steven, Wheezy Codes, Oladayo. Good to have you guys here. So we'll be around for about 1 or 2 more minutes. Oh, Abigail, Mana just joined. You're welcome. We'll just hold on a bit for a few more persons, and then we'll begin. Oh, guys are coming in. Usanga, good to have you here. Okay. Welcome once again to the Nebula conference. Today we'll be looking at the power of AI assisted coding with Cursor. My friend and brother is here who will be joining us and be blowing our minds. I want to believe that many of us joining are somehow in tech, or are very in tech, or are fully in tech. Wherever you are on the spectrum, you are welcome, and it's going to be a great time. We have exactly 1 hour to do this, and this 1 hour will maximize it. Just for the sake of informing you, the Nebula Conference is going to be an event that will be taking place twice every month, and we intend to use it to give us knowledge. Like I always tell people, never stop growing. The day you stop growing, that day you start to die. And we have to keep growing. So because of that, we need a source of knowledge regularly that renews whatever we think we knew, so that we don't get outdated. How are people now doing things? What's the new way of getting things done? What's the most efficient way of getting things done? That is what the Nebula Conference will be doing, particularly for people who are interested in tech. So it does not, you don't have to be a developer. You can be interested in tech. You just want to know what's going on in the space. This is the place for you. Okay. So this is 7:04. And we have about 15 persons on the call. And I think at this point we will start because we're not going to exceed 1 hour on this call. All right. To take us further today is my friend, my brother. I've worked with him for some time now, and he's an amazing person. He's a good developer, and he's someone who is also keeping up with the trends. I had a discussion with him, and he told me how that he uses he uses Cursor on a personal level, and it has increased his efficiency by a lot. And he's going to be showing us how that happens and whatever else he wants to tell us about this. So, Mr. Olumide Oluson, I noticed when you came in, you have the floor.
Hi, Mr. Victor. Good evening.
Good
Yes,
evening.
good to be here. Good evening, everybody. My name is Olumide. So, backstory: Mr. Victor is just whining you people. This man is a, let me use the word, badass developer, because we've been on project and he's amazing. And wow, we've shared codes recently too, and It has been good. It has been great. Top guy. Thank you very much for having me here.
Thank you.
My name is Olumide. I'm a full stack developer. I have about 7 to 8 years of experience. So I do everything web and mobile. Yeah, like core. And I'm a graduate of computer science. Probably that's what gave me the inroad to doing tech and all. Yeah. So, but yes, this is where we are. So, we'll be looking at cursor. But before we start, I would just like to say that, like the meeting or the conference, let me call it the conference though, states it's AI assisted. So, it's not like AI is completely replacing your brain or what you should know. It's just helping you. I mean, before now, I'm sure most of us here, even Mr. Victor, we sit on Stack Overflow for hours looking for solution to stuff. So like this happened to me like I think 2 years back now. I was looking for one very small code. I was on Stack Overflow, like I was the owner of Stack Overflow. I didn't still find the answer. So then we had the advent of ChatGPT, Copilot. Now we have DeepSeek. Yes, which is still open AI for ChatGPT and all. So these tools actually assist. They help you achieve more with what you are supposed to do. Sorry, guys, I want to join with my laptop because I'll be sharing my screen. I'm on my phone for now. Yes, so this just assists you in doing stuff. So you should actually know the basics. You should know the basics like file structures, basics like syntax, semantics, and every other thing for the languages you'll be doing. Yeah. So okay, let me just start by just giving a backstory on how I got into Cursor. So I think Cursor came up like I think 2 years now. I can't even remember. But when Cursor came up, in fact, I'm not a fan of using AI. God, I detest using AI. I don't like it. I feel like people that use AI are just lazy. They are just, but yeah, I was wrong,
Yeah.
very, very wrong. Because when I began to use it, I began to see the possibilities. Like, oh wow, this is actually very easy and sweet, and it
Mm.
even expands my knowledge. Yeah, in doing stuff. So I would
Mm.
like us to have an open mind towards this. I'm not saying Cursor or DeepSeek or ChatGPT will take the place of your brain. You go to ChatGPT for everything. No, no, no. You just go there to maybe have a blocker of stuff. You can go there or you want to start off a project. How many of us face this kind of challenge? You want to move div from left to right, for example, and you are confused. That happens to me a lot. When I want to move one element from the left to the right or right to left, I get so confused. Well, AI helps me with that most times. So, okay, AI helps with speed, accuracy, and learning aid. Yes, so it augments what you know and even teaches you to know better. Yeah, so also we'll be looking at Cursor as a case study that we'll be using today. So Cursor is, how many of us here are developers, like you do core code, just to give a reaction or something so that we know you are, oh great. Wheezy code, your name self. Okay, no, Mr. Victor, why are you raising your hand now? You're supposed to raise your leg too. All right, Mr. Joel, I see you. All right, great. So Cursor is like VS Code. I'm sure we are familiar with VS Code. Yes, it's an IDE. In fact, it's the same thing. If you look at everything, it's the same thing. It's just that this one is different. It brings the AI capability on board. So for us in Nigeria, there's a blocker for us. So before you can register, you need to probably connect to a VPN or something before, yeah, a VPN before you can actually register. And when you register, you have about three months free service with a limited number of prompts you can use. But with DeepSeek now, DeepSeek gives more prompt values. Let me put it like that. So you can actually connect your DeepSeek API key to your cursor, and you have the service seamless. So if you do that, you're going to sorry, Oludayo, do you have something to say? Your hand is up. Mr. Oladayo, sorry. Okay, I think they're raising their hands as developers. All right,
Yes.
so okay, yes. So Cursor is more like VS Code, but it has the AI capability. What are the features? It has autocomplete. So when you start a line of code, it gives you suggestions to how to complete it. So you end up, having to, let me use the word, kill time. So instead of writing lots of code manually, like that, when you start, it sort of gives you suggestions, um, like autocomplete. It predicts what you want to do, and if what you see is what it's giving you, if you just press your tab, it completes it for you. It actually has a natural language to code, so you can use you can code in Python, you can code in Node.js, you can code in Laravel, whichever language you want to use. It gives you all of this. Yes, it also does code refactoring for you. It improves the efficiency of your codes and the readability also. Yeah, so it also has a chat-based room where you can actually chat with the AI, more like you are using your chat GPT or DeepSeek. You chat with it, you ask it question. Maybe you have an error, like what I do most times when I have one kind of error like this and I'm trying to go around this and I can't. I just copy, I go to the chat there, I just ask it, how can I debug this? It gives you the answer and it replaces it for you in that your line of code. Very easy, sweet, and works well. So Cursor also enhances productivity. So I and Mr. Victor happen to be in a very fast-paced environment where you are demanded to write different logic and codes in a very short period of time. Like they want you to submit it the following day and stuff like that. So most of the time, I get to use this tool because it helps me kill time. So I don't get to do the traditional, debugging and all. Although I know how to do all of that, like I said, the AI doesn't replaces what you know. It just helps you and makes you develop faster. You develop smarter. You debug smarter. In fact, while you are doing this, you also learn. So there are some things it will suggest to you. There are things that you don't even know ordinarily. It gives you inroad to making all of that work and da 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 da. Yeah. So we have cursor. Let me switch to my system now. Sorry about that.
While he's doing that, I can see some new persons just joined us. Elna Star came in, and I think she has left. Ademola Ife, good to see you. Babs, good to see you. Elijah Olabisi, okay, good to see you. Oh, Ezekiel, the guys are here. Davis, Habib Abdusalam, good to see you. Etura Abel, good to see you. I'm not, I don't know if I know you personally, but it's good to have you here. I'm always an advocate when ladies join meetings like this.
Well, thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Yeah.
Good evening. Yeah. Naimika, I see you. The Python guy. Okay, so
All right.
Olumide, once you're ready, you can go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
So I'll be sharing my screen now. Start sharing. So I'll just share my entire screen so that I'll have a few. So with the show of reactions, if you can see my screen, just um, give those reactions. You see them as if you can see my screen. Oh, awesome, awesome, amazing. All right, so cursor. It's like you're not seeing. Do you want to see my face? Hmm. Okay.
They want to see your
I'm,
face. So.
I'm bringing my camera up now. Can you see me now? You can't see me. It's your network.
Okay, yes, you
Yes.
can see your face. It's a bit dark,
Oh,
but manage it.
sorry. Should I on ring? I don't like ring light, but manage this one for now. So I'm using two screens. That's why I'm facing this other direction. Yeah. So okay, yes, cursor. Like I said, cursor is like VS Code. Yes. So this is how it looks like. This is it. This is cursor. So before you start, you should go to their website to download. If you use a Mac, you can download the DMG. If you use Windows, you can download the EXE. So get started with that. And yeah, once you have it installed, you need to sign up. So what I did was on my browser, I had VPS extension installed on my Chrome browser. So doing that, I had to now gain entrance into the Cursor AI's network. Because if you go with your normal um, Nigerian IP, you won't get to you won't be able to log in actually or sign up. So once you sign up, you see it's easy to sign up. It's more like you're signing into um, ChatGPT and that. Once you do that, it's integrated to your ID. So if you can see my screen, you see that there's no difference between this and a regular VS Code. Before now, I just opened a folder, AI cursor, called this meeting we have. Yes. So okay. Now let's learn how to use it. So let's do Control N. If you use a Mac, Command N. So once you do that, it gives you a new field to play around. Now you can see if you see the screen, you see press Command K to generate code. So for example, now I want to write. Can somebody give me something you think the AI should help us do now? Anything? You can chat, you can send it to the chat box so that I see it. Mustn't be very complex though, just something simple. Anybody? A simple calculator. Okay. So what? Wow, plenty. Okay, no problems. We would solve this one. A function that prints a happy birthday message. This person wants to send this message to his girlfriend. So I will score some points. Ezekiel, nice one. Nice one. All right, okay. So let's start with, say, a simple calculator. Now, so we all know how to start a project now, normal. Okay, if you don't know, you can go to the file. Once you go to file, you click on, if you have the folder already, you click on open folder so that you can get the folder in here. Then you click on new text file or you control N. When you do that, it gives you this. So for Mac users, we are going to use Control K. Sorry, for Windows users, you use Control K. Then for Mac, you use Command K. So once you do that, you can see it gives you another small box here where it tells you to give it a prompt. So now what to do is you want to develop a simple calculator using, should we use let's use Node, yeah? Or person that gave me this calculator, Mr. Oladayo, give me a language we can use, any language. Now put one that I know, because you put one that I don't know, we'll look at ourselves here to do. Let's keep it. Golang. I don't know Golang, but it will give us what we need. So like I said, I am not familiar with Golang, yeah, but you are familiar with Golang, so you understand how the structure should be. So it makes it easier. You understand the structure, so you when it gives you the prompts, you would know how to input it in all of the um, structures you have. For example, I am good with say Node.js, Laravel, React, and all of this. Just basically JavaScript. I'm good with them. So if it's in that, I already understand how the structure should be. If it's say Laravel, it uses MVC, models, views, controller. It gives you everything like that. You already have the idea of the structure. So this just gives you that. So you just write me a simple little code using Golang. So press enter. And so it gives you what you should use. So imagine if you want to do this on your own from scratch, you get to use, say, for example, 30 minutes to do this. But with this, within 2 minutes, you are done. What you're supposed to do, it gives you everything you're supposed to do and all of that. So, Mr. Oladayo, can you see my screen? Does this look like what, does this look like how Golang gives its codes for say a simple calculator? You can send a chat or something. I think a chat will be better. You can just give us a chat. Let me put it back here so that you can see it properly for answering. Okay, you chose JavaScript. Oh, I said Golang. Oh, it was Ezekiel that said Golang. I'm sorry. JavaScript. Okay, that's good. Still okay, yeah, it's how Golang looks like. Oh, great. So you can see that instead of doing this, maybe racking your brain, how would you do this? How would you do that? This just makes it easier for you. If we're switching this to, so we'll reject, you can accept and reject. When you accept, it fills in the code for you in your ID. If you reject, it takes it out. So we're rejecting this and we are going to use JavaScript. Try to enter. It gives you everything again. It gives you, oh, this is something I'm familiar with. So this definitely like my JavaScript. Yeah. So it gives you the HTML structure to remember we're using JavaScript. So it has to run with a corresponding front end, something like that. So you see this? Now we did this in 10 seconds and we are like done. Does this look like it? Those that JavaScript, does this look like our JavaScript? You can send your messages on the group. I'm sorry, on the chat menu. So that let me scroll down a bit. Any contribution? Does that look like JavaScript? Mr. Oladayo, Mr. Olubenga, who else? JavaScript, Mr. Habib. Yeah, great. So this is like the less complicated, um, one. So let's go for something a bit, not really complex, but yeah. So let's write a scraper tool. So a scraper tool is something that goes hidden on, say, a website, scrapes data, maybe transfers it to an say CSV or an Excel file, store, and you don't want to, looking for price palette, for example. You can actually do that using a scraper tool. And if we're using Node.js, for example, you can use tools like Puppeteer and the like. So instead of writing that code, say in an hour, you can just write it here again. Write me a scraper tool using Node.js. The script data is CSV file. Yeah, I see that it's giving us already. Now, if you are familiar with Node or JavaScript in general, you have to do your npm install, the npm init minus y to dash y, sorry, to start your project. All of that's nitty-gritty. You have to actually do all of those. When you have done that and you do this, there's a point here. Okay, I had it out. Yes, so that's how tell you everything. It gives you yes, so you can see that this is the path script data.csv. That's where it's going to save your data. Then your async function script website, you put your domain name here. Then all of the parts where you want to scrape, like say the divs, or I don't, am I talking over your heads? Are you guys understanding me? Sorry. You can give emojis or something. Let me know if I'm not talking over your heads. Are we, or should I go slower and do something? Okay, thank you, Mr. Oladayo. Any other person? Okay, I think I can go with that. So this is just it. It's quite simple. It makes you work efficiently. Now, like I said from the beginning, you need to have an open mind. I struggled with this because I feel like people who use tools like this are not serious developers. I mean, what are you developing? The AI can do everything for you. But like I said, it adds to what you know already, and it makes your work easier and seamless. So imagine you want to actually write this code yourself. You must have gone to Stack Overflow. You must have to get ideas. You must have gone to all those developer forums. We know them. We can go, we'll go there, we'll sleep there, we'll be getting ideas and all of that. But with this tool, it makes it easier for you. So instead of me going to say DeepSeek, doing this and that there, and DeepSeek will not break your code, will not bring it here again. This one just gives you everything I want. You accept. Once you accept it, you can see it has pasted everything on your ID, like on your notepad or whatever you're working with. Now you can then start editing your code, making it work how you want. Then over here also you put your file structure, you have your server.js and all of. Now I'm speaking to just people that understand JavaScript. Whichever language you want to use, you can use it for yourself. Just put the Control N. Once you put the Control N, it opens it. You put the Control K or Command K for Mac users. When it opens this for you, you type anything in this world you want it to solve for you. Let's even assume you have an error actually. Can I spoil something here? For something very significant. I hope it's going to this very fun. Let me just save this one first. I actually want to disrupt something that will give us a very big error. It's not taking this much out. So you can see, as I hover there now, you can see it's already giving us the correct one. You can see it by the right now, am I right? Yes, you can see it comes to where equals to await for potato to launch. This is the actual correct syntax to use there. So it gives you the correction. So when you have all those minor errors, say like me that usually make the mistake of forgetting to put comma somewhere or semicolon, and I'm looking for what's point, it just fix it out for me and gives me where the proper or gives me what it should be as against what the error is, and it just makes life easier and seamless. So this just works what you have already or what you know already. If you are a novice to this, you would need to probably understand how whichever language you want to study works, know how the structure looks like, know how the syntax look like, all those basic stuff before you can then use this kind of tool so you don't crash. This kind of tool just adds to what you know and it works for you. Then from there you can deploy and you know you get going and enjoy yourself. So it also helps in debugging. So there was a time but there was one time I think I was on the road or so. I had to send this to Mr. Victor to help me. Can you remember that this there was something I did to me the one search stuff on core PHP. Yeah. So after he did it, worked very well, moving well. So I think there was another error somewhere else, and I was on the road. So I could not even start doing too much. I just opened cursor when they put what I needed. Help me debug this. I pasted the code there. It gave me the correct answer. I just replaced what I had before, and the work went on. So you can use this for your debugging, and basically it just makes you enjoy coding. So this actually makes me enjoy coding the more because as far as it's a language I understand and I know, whatever issue it is, I just go here, do it, and it gives me the correct prompt. So instead of me going to ChatGPT and talking to Enchi there, over here it gives me seamless answers and all. So that's it on Cursor AI. We have questions we can ask. We're trying not to overshoot our time here. Yes. So like I said, any language you want to work with, this gives you everything works for you. Thank you guys. So questions, anything? Thank you. Okay, yes, Mr. Victor.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, boss.
Even though I think there were some questions in the chats, I think I saw a few questions in the chats, but let me ask mine first. So, now there are some things you're doing and you need multiple files created.
Yes,
Can
yes.
also do that as well.
Yes, it can do that for you perfectly well. So a perfect example of this is a Laravel project. Laravel, you have to are doing almost like 4 or 5 different things. So you're probably coding in the service folder, you're probably coding in your controller, you're coding in your models, you're coding in your views. So if you're using the regular blade or you're using Vue.js, all of that intricacies it gives you. So for example, you can just create a Laravel project for me to perform CRUD functions for a library information system, something like that. It gives you everything. It gives you the blade file, it gives you the controller file, it gives you the models file. Then if you also want it to help you with your data, well, the models already help you with your database schema. But if you still want further workings on that, it gives you everything. So it doesn't just give you one file, it separates everything for you as it should. Yes, and it's amazing. It gives you everything you need. Everything you need.
Wow, great.
So I'm trying to I'm opening the chat box now so I can just take the questions. So I think I'll start. Okay, let me start. Okay, so Mr. Ezekiel, you can use cursor now and write that birthday message to that person I want to send it to. All right, so do you still need, Mr. Olubenga is asking, do you still need to on the VPN? No. It's just for it's just for signing up. You need the VPN. So after you've signed up, you can just take out the VPN. You don't need the VPN to use the service. It's just to sign up or log in. And once you've logged in once, you've logged in, I mean, for life, except if you uninstall and all of that stuff. After that, you don't need it again. So leaving that to ask again, can Cursor write an entire script for an HTML and CSS file for functionality for all buttons, everything? I mean, it even gives you for Tailwind CSS. So I was working on one app, a minimalist app using React Native. So I needed to use Tailwind. It gave me, in fact, it gave me. And so now, when I say minimalist, it was just a simple app. It was just a simple app I needed to use, and I didn't have that time to start, doing all of the UIs, all that stress. I just went there, did that immediately. It gave me all of my files, all of my routes, and everything. It gave me the Tailwind CSS file and the content of the file, everything. So it works too for HTML and CSS. It can give you everything. I hope I answered your question. So Mr. Abib asks, how do we go about the installation? Because the one I use after 1 seconds, then I'm out. I don't understand the question. But I guess you are saying after you have used it and you've used up your 150 tokens, you are out. Yeah, so DeepSeek gives, you can integrate Cursor with DeepSeek. So when you log into their site using a VPN, there's a part where you can do that. You can integrate your DeepSeek API key with your Cursor. So it doesn't use the doesn't use the allotted tokens that Cursor AI will give you generally. So it just fetches all of the tokens from DeepSeek, and DeepSeek gives you more tokens than ChatGPT. So than OpenAI, sorry, ChatGPT. Yes, than OpenAI. So DeepSeek will work that for you. And yeah, you can use your DeepSeek API key, and it works for you. I hope I answered the question, Mr. Habib. Mr. Benga, this guy is on fire today. Okay. Can you please go live on the Cursor? Is it the same as? It's not the same, but it's. Let me share my screen again. So I should go live. So it's not the same as VS Code, but it has everything. In fact, I don't say it's the same because that English is not English. It has the same structure, the same interface, the same everything, but this is Cursor. It just gives you the AI part to it. So the way you have your VS Code bar like this, you can see it on AI Cursor now, on Cursor AI. It gives you the same feel, the same look and feel, the same usage and everything with VS Code. It gives you everything similar with it. But they're not the same, but yeah, let me use the word similar. Yeah. Okay, so, and what about embedded systems programming? Okay, I think you should show more light here, Mr. Nemeka, so that I would know how to answer you appropriately. Okay, thank you, Mr. Benga. Okay, Mr. Ezekiel. So I want to play the devil's advocate. Nice. Okay. Can Cursor help, say, a product manager who has no idea about programming or any staff building? Yes, it can, but if you don't have an idea of how the structure of the language you are using works, it won't work for you, right? So for example, you do not know that you need to do, say, maybe you are trying to write a JavaScript site using Node.js or Express or something. And you're supposed to save your stuff in your server.js, even your routes and all of that. You link your route to your controller, then use your server.js to how do I use the word now? To sync your route folder so you can expose your APIs and stuff. If you don't do all of this small logic, it's useless to you. Or okay, you want to run your project, you need to do, say, Node server.js. All of those stuff, those minor stuff. There are stuff I would advise you just have a basic knowledge of what you want to do. So if you want to delve into PHP or JavaScript or whatever, just understand how it works, how the syntax is, and all of that. And this AI will work for you. So as a product manager, it can work for you, but you have to know what you're doing. It won't help you know what you're doing. Yeah, it just gives you the codes. Then you implement these codes where you want them to be because of the knowledge you have. I hope I was able to answer your question, Mr. Ezekiel. Okay, Mr. Oladayo. So you can ask your question now. I saw your hand soon. Sorry. Shoot.
Good evening, Mr. Olumide and Mr. Victor.
Really?
I want to commend you for this conference. It's a big one. I know you've answered a good part of my question. Someone has asked that, and it was about the token. Because
Okay.
as a new user, you'll be given, I think, 150 tokens and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So and you're allowed to like create two accounts before they tell you can't create accounts anymore. So
Yeah.
I want you like to like cover how to do that this week joining with the
Okay.
custom app.
All right. Let me log into
Then
my PN a moment so I can share my screen.
while
While
you were
it's
doing while you
can
are
continue.
doing that,
Yeah.
yeah, there's something I know you said it, but I just want to reiterate it. The part where you said understanding, because I've been using Cursor for a while, and I've introduced the same Cursor to some people, and at
Mm-hmm.
some point I started doing that because I discovered that people don't really understand the codes they want to write. And at some point,
Exactly.
the AI will like give you stuff that is not even necessary. So if you don't know
True.
what you are doing as a person, you might be led astray and you might be
Exactly.
even be frustrated. So you need to know
Ex-
what if you don't know the program yourself, you might have problem in the long run.
exactly. I agree
Because you
with you
can't just
100.
you can't keep accepting codes without knowing okay, what is this doing? Does it correlate with what I'm doing? Do I need this? Do I need to do something else? Something like that. So that's just my own input and that.
Yes. Thank you for that input. I agree totally. Like I said from the beginning, AI just assists you to do what you're supposed to do. You should actually have an understanding. Nobody knows it all. You can't even know it all. You can't even know it all. Yes, but the one you already know, you can use AI to, it just, I don't want to use Yoruba, more. It it syncs, yes, it syncs together. So it uses what you already know and just makes it better for you. Yes. So Mr. Maker, yes, it does. You can use it to write microcode. In fact, you can use it for everything you want to do, in as much as you know what you want to do. Sorry guys, my VPN is still coming up. Give me one. Please, I'm not a Yahoo boy. Before you say, this guy has VPN. What is he doing with VPN? Okay. All right. Compare ChatGPT and Cursor. So they are the same thing, but ChatGPT is not an IDE. ChatGPT just gives you this prompt. You copy this prompt, you go to your IDE and paste it. What Cursor AI does for you is you are doing that thing ChatGPT is doing for you in the IDE. So you, instead of going to ChatGPT and typing, how do I do, or help me debug the below lines of code, you paste it. It gives you, you know how ChatGPT does it. It gives you the first part, gives you the second part, it tells you option one, option two, option. I don't know. The most times you even get confused. You don't know the option to even use again. But with Cursor AI, it gives you it gives you what you need as per how it is. So it just gives the entire structure, the entire lines of code. Sorry, not structure. The entire line of code writes it out for you and it works for you. So they are the same thing. It's just that Cursor uses the IDE, while ChatGPT just responds to your prompts and all of that. Yeah. Wow. Who has VPN on their system and has Cursor installed? My VPN is not for me. Okay, Mr. Victor. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I'll just wait for you to finish before I say what I want to say. I just wanted to say a few things about the ethical use of AI as well. But when you're done,
Yes, any VPN. You can use it with your own. Mine is Mine is trying to use me and shine. Let me stop sharing the screen.
Okay, so while we're looking for VPN, I want to just say a few things. So just like with every other AI, even with ChatGPT, there are a few things you need to know about how to talk to AI to get the best results. So I can use Cursor and get an entirely different result from what you will get from Cursor. And it's not because Cursor is treating us differently, but how I talk to Cursor is the difference. There is a field called prompt engineering, which helps you understand how to get the best out of AI. It's a field in itself. There are people who their names, they call them prompt engineers. However, every one of us, we should have some level of prompt engineering. We should know some level of prompt engineering so that we are able to get the best out of any AI at all. One of the things you could do is allow AI to think. Allow AI to think. When you are prompting, when you are chatting with AI, allow it to think. That's another way of saying, try and tell it some of the steps it should follow. So if you just tell it, do this for me, the AI will give you results. But follow these steps, get this done, then get this done, then do that, then check that. You end up getting a very good result that would give you the best or a better result. So I wanted to say that so that we will also not have a bias and say, I asked it this and it didn't even do much. It just gave me a few lines of code. You need to give. Okay, have you found VPN?
Mine is coming up now. Sorry for the movement. My landlord and landlady, they are the ones that have this house. You can pass. That's senior man, Mr. Victor.
Oh, okay.
Bring senior man for me. If I'm
Interesting.
calling you, they know senior man.
So
Come and say hi.
Olumide's baby is it 2 months or 3 months?
2 months now. Yay.
2 months.
He's a tech
Congrats
bro.
to him.
He comes to work with me. He's coding now. Okay, mine is
So
coming up,
for
but let me just contribute to what you said. Okay, sorry, go on, sir.
okay. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, adding to what you said makes a lot of sense. So, for example, you want to write a note. Why am I always using note, for example? You want to use Laravel. Now, in terms of prompting it, you have to tell it what it needs to do. So you say, I want you to write me a simple calculator code. Kindly give me my model's code, controller code, you give it that kind of prompt step by step. That way it can give you what you need. So it doesn't give you a vague answer. So what he said now just caps it all. If you don't have that, if you don't know how to use the prompt, oh wow, it will not give you what you need. This is not coming up, but I can do a script. I can do a document and send to Mr. Victor. So for anyone that needs that document, you can just reach out to him. He's going to send it to you on how to go about this. This my VPN is not coming at all. Yeah. So sorry.
Okay. So I think we have like 10 minutes to go.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
any more question we can answer.
Yeah. If you have any more questions, just drop it on the community. Okay. Binga wants to say something. I think that was
Okay.
really
All right, sir. Good evening, sir.
good evening.
Concerning the engineering, I would love to ask you that. Is there like a course or maybe a like something you can help us with? Because when you're saying that we are going to be using AI, if you don't understand how to use AI, it's just like we're wasting our time.
Mhm.
So as I'm saying it, I think the first thing you're supposed to do is like the prompt engineering stuff so that we use the AI effectively. Is there any way you can maybe get us the material or help us concerning the prompt engineering stuff? Thank you, sir.
Okay, so I'll push that to our facilitator. He's the one that came with AI. So
Wow, that's
so we will be
uh,
expecting a small resource or a list of
yes,
links that we
Mhm.
can go to get some good prompt engineering
Yes,
resource.
yeah. So Mr. Victor actually told me to do this since on I think Monday or Sunday. So the guy I gave to help me, so I did like a video course, and also he helped me. He's helping me do the doing the voicing. I did the voicing separate from the video. So all of this, they're all there. So once I am done, I'll put it on a drive, and he's going to share the resource with everyone, so we can all have this resource. So all of these things you've mentioned, it's enshrined in the resource I have put up. So yeah, it will be available by at least latest by Monday. He was supposed to finish it for me today, but he didn't. Now I have to do a live demo. Yeah. So thank
All
you.
right.
Okay, Mr. Amir asked, okay, sorry, Sam. Mr. Amir asked a question.
Go
Can
ahead.
you and an image to I think he's trying to say, can you add an image to the description for if I don't know if you can actually just speak to the mic and tell me what you mean, but I don't really understand.
Okay, sorry, that was a typo error. So I was asking, but can you add like an image description? So,
Okay.
like an image description to your
Like
um
to give you a code,
yeah,
for an image description. Yes,
no.
yes.
Can you add an image description to your to get better UI? So that's for your UI.
Okay, no. It can't do that for you. No, it can't do that for you. No, it can't do that for you. Sorry, 1 minute.
So you want it to see the picture and then put the appropriate description.
Like looking at the UI, like from the UI it sees now, but like
Uh,
can it give you
Yeah.
so you give the
uh,
functions now of everything, but based on the
No,
UI it sees.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean. No, it doesn't do that. And I even think for you to be able to do that, you need to subscribe to the main OpenAI's. You have to go for the paid service to add you up on Team GPT before you can actually use this particular thing. I know I've done something like this before, but Cursor will not give you that. It's just on OpenAI can give you, for example, you can even give it a Figma file link. It will then give you all of the codes to do your front end magic. It does that, but not Cursor now. I mean, OpenAI. Yeah. Mr. Elijah, we have like 7 more minutes. Let me say 3 more minutes because our host will have to, close out the meeting. Mr. Elijah, you had your hand up
Okay,
just now.
good evening. Good
Let me
evening,
just
everyone.
good
give
evening.
me.
What I'm you, that was why I really follow it from the beginning. But my question is this about this console AI. So I want to ask, is there any special things that we are going to use for this console AI to work? Because I was hearing VPN. Is it without VPN we can't use console AI or what?
Okay,
I
no,
came
no,
late.
no. No, you came in late though, but it's fine. I'll just answer it in like 20 seconds. So you need the VPN to sign up. Yes, it's not open to Nigerians. I don't know why. Maybe they don't like us. So you need VPN to actually log into to or sign up to their service. If you don't sign up, you can't use the AI part of the cursor. So if you don't sign up and log in, it's more like you're using VS Code. You don't have the AI function to it. So you need to have the VPN. But after you've registered and all of that, you do not need VPN for it again. You can just start your VPN. I hope I answered the question. So quickly, let me just give this Sigma screenshot to produce the code. Well, no. That's okay. I've answered that, Mr. Ezekiel. So AI would not take our jobs. No, it wouldn't. It can't actually, because even it can't. It can't. There are still things that you need to think to make work. There are logics that AI can't even give to you. You have to use your brain to do all of that. So working that logic, you can then use AI to give you the magic. See the rhymes. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank
Olumide.
you. Thank you.
It was a really enlightening session. I have 5 minutes and I want to wrap up within these 5 minutes. And I just want to I had planned that I was going to just say a few things when you're done. So one of the things I would want to say is that there was a time when people we had accountants. I think I put this on my status some few days ago. We had accountants who were very good accountants, but they had so many books, papers where they would do all the input and output. No. It's credit and debit, they call it. And they could do those things really, really well. But then we started having software that could do some of these things. What happened is that people who knew how to use those accounting softwares replaced the people who insisted that it's the book they want to use. Now, that's the same kind of thing that is happening with AI. AI cannot take the place of a human being. However, that you will stick to the legacy way of doing things, coding by yourself. Very soon, they're going to replace you with somebody who uses AI or who is assisted by AI. This is to say that no matter how much you hate the people who code with AI, you should become one of them. Because very soon, the world is moving so fast, they will need you to be more productive, to deliver faster, which you cannot do without AI. And there are many more people who are doing it with AI, and they'll be wondering, no be developer with this. Why is your own taking more time? It's just because that person had decided to plug into tools that can help him. So if you don't like AI, decide that you will like it. And if you feel AI is going to make you lazy, well, we as developers, our job is to do things that make people lazy. That is our job. So I don't understand why you don't want to be among people whose problems are being solved so that they can become lazy, in quotes, right? So that is one thing I wanted to say. And then everybody on this call should go and look up AI agents. Go and find out what AI agents are, what they can do for people, and how people are using AI agents. In short, an AI agent is a combination of generative AIs, generative AI tools, working together to perform specific tasks. So instead of you chatting with ChatGPT, you have another AI tool that is talking to ChatGPT, getting the response for you, and performing another task based on the response. So you could have 5, 6 different AI tools that to maybe keep your WhatsApp status active and still making it sound like you. Those kinds of things. So find out about AI agents. Everybody on this call should be considering knowing build AI agents because very soon everything will build around agents. People's lives will build around it. Will build around agents. People will no longer want to be making posts on social media themselves. They will want an AI agent who will learn about them and make those posts on their behalf. People will not want to be replying to every email. They want that some emails can be replied to automatically by an AI agent. So we should be able to build solutions like that. And frankly, Python is the language that people think AI agents can build with, but I've realized that you can use any language to do it. I have seen a course that used JavaScript to build an AI agent. So go and read about it, find out about it, and see how you can plug into these things. That being said, I think it's time when we'll call it a day. And if you are not on the Nebula community, I think you should join. Go to thenebula.tech and join the Nebula because a lot of good stuff is happening there. What we are basically, the Nebula is a workspace where people grow in the Nebula by doing stuff. So if you're new in the space, you get to do stuff and you grow as a result. You will notice, in fact, if you have been in Nebula for some time, a task would have gotten to you. If a task has not gotten to you yet, it's because our platform is not fully launched yet, where you can scroll through all the list of tasks and just pick one. That is something we're supposed to have launched by next tomorrow or next tomorrow, but we've been having some delays with it. But within next month, hopefully before the 15th of next month, our platform will be ready. So you sign up, you see tasks of different levels of complexities based on where you are in your journey. You pick the one you think you can do, you get it done, and you get paid for it. That is how we're going to be running in the Nebula. So guys, thank you for joining. The Nebula.tech, Nebula.tech is the website. Thanks for staying up till this time and have a wonderful night rest. Good night. Thank you, Olumide, for this session.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir. Goodbye.